There are days when I wake up feeling angry at the entire world. Just because a cup shattered, or because someone said something offhand. I used to ask myself, why am I overreacting like this? If you've ever felt this way, it doesn't mean you're weak or overly sensitive. It may simply be that the shadow within you is taking control. I want you to close your eyes for a moment and imagine yourself standing in front of a large mirror. But instead of seeing your familiar reflection, you see someone else, a child crying, perhaps, or a man, a woman filled with unspoken rage, or maybe a pair of sorrowful eyes staring back at you. That is the shadow, what Carl Jung spoke about, a part of you that has been buried, hidden away, yet it is still alive, still breathing, and quietly shaping your life. Over the years, working with individuals over 40, I've noticed 5 significant signs that reveal when your shadow is in control. And if you are listening to me right now, I want you to pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, is it possible that my shadow has been leading the way? The first sign: you overreact to small criticisms. A single careless comment from someone can make you want to cry or explode in anger. I once worked with a 55-year-old woman who broke down in tears simply because her son told her, "Mom, please stop worrying about my business." As we explored her inner world, we discovered that her shadow held a deep fear of abandonment, rooted in her childhood when her mother left the family. Every time someone said they didn't need her, that fear would awaken, and she would react like the small child she once was. Have you ever felt something like that? The second sign: you find yourself constantly judging others, often despising traits in them that you secretly carry within yourself. Jung called this shadow projection. You see someone boastful and it irritates you deeply. But within, you are yearning for recognition too. I've experienced this myself, and so have many of my clients. Are there people you dislike simply because they remind you of the parts of yourself you have rejected? The third sign: your life feels like it's repeating painful patterns, falling for the wrong people, feeling abandoned, failing in your pursuits, as if you are caught in a loop you cannot escape. Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. If you do not face your shadow, you will continue to be led by it." The fourth sign: you are afraid to face yourself in silence. When you are alone, you can't bear the quiet. You keep the TV on, play music, scroll endlessly on your phone, just to escape your own thoughts. The shadow often whispers to us in moments of silence, and if you fear it, you will continue to run. The fifth sign: you feel empty, even when nothing is missing in your life. This is something I see often in people over 40 who, despite having achieved much, still find life meaningless. That emptiness is the shadow, the forgotten part of your true self, calling you back home. I want to share with you the story of a 48-year-old man. A man who, on the outside, seemed to have it all: success, wealth, respect. Everyone looking at him would think he was living the ideal life. But one morning, he woke up and felt no desire to do anything. Everything suddenly felt meaningless, and he sank into a darkness that he himself could not understand. As we began to walk together on his journey of healing, he slowly realized that throughout his life, he had been striving to earn his father's approval, just to hear a single word of praise, to catch a glimpse of pride in his father's eyes. But that moment never came, and he had never dared to face the pain of that absence. So he buried himself in work, in the chase for success, trying to forget the child within him who was still waiting for a simple, quiet embrace. One day, I suggested that he try writing a letter to his younger self. As he began to write, tears fell, unstoppable. But for the first time in many years, he felt his heart come alive again, felt it breathe, felt it lighten. It was the first time he truly embraced himself. And in that moment, he began to heal the shadow that had been left behind throughout his adulthood. Shadow work is not some trendy concept. It is a journey home, a journey of healing the parts of yourself you have abandoned, so you no longer live under their invisible control. When you turn toward your fears, your anger, your jealousy, you are no longer a victim of them. You become your own companion. In working with people over 40, I often see them believe that it's too late to change. But Carl Jung began his deep exploration of dreams and the shadow after he turned 40. Jung once said, "The meeting with oneself is the meeting with the world." If you are hearing my voice today, I want you to take a moment to sit down, take a deep breath, close your eyes, and ask yourself, what is my shadow trying to say to me right now? Write it down, feel it, don't judge it, just listen. You do not need to fight your shadow. You simply need to understand it. Because sometimes, the shadow is not your enemy. It is the part of your soul longing to be heard, to be loved, to be healed. I know this journey is not easy. But you are not alone. I am here, walking with you, and I believe that when you dare to face your shadow, you will find the truest light within yourself. If this video has touched you, leave a comment below saying, "I am ready to face my shadow." I will read and respond. Because I believe that when we share, we heal each other. I will see you again in the next video here on Conscious Path. If this journey of facing your shadow has resonated with you, subscribe to this channel so we can continue walking together. Because you deserve to be free. You deserve to live fully as your most authentic self. And that journey begins the moment you dare to truly listen to yourself, right here, right now.